I've loved comics for my whole life. As a kid, I used to read comics like Chala Chaudhary and Tinkle Digest, which were available in my school library. And one important moment in my life, which I remember fondly, is my 8th grade when one of my friends brought this Spider-Man comic. And by this time, I'd already been in love with Spider-Man. He was my favorite superhero, and I would only want toys and things of him. So I asked him if I can borrow this comic for a day, which he allowed me to. And it was an amazing day for me. I loved this comic so much that I completed it before I even left the school, paid no attention to the classes, and just engrossed myself in it. After school, I used to go to classes, and when I came back, I took the comic, took my drawing book, and started copying it. I was inspired by this comic so much, I wanted to replicate it. But I didn't want to completely replicate it, so I changed Colossus to a random robot and changed Spider-Man to Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe. I know it does not help the case of creating his original. It's not, I'm telling you, it's not an original thing. But I really loved it, I really enjoyed it. And the next day when I showed it to my friends, they were in awe of how good it looked and how amazing for them it was. My first American comic, my first Spider-Man comic, inspired me so much that after creating a copy of it, I wanted to make something of my own, with my own characters and with my own story. I wanted to show it to the world. And that's when the spark to creating comic came up. However, I was in 8th grade, and it was near the end of the 8th grade, which means soon I'll be in 9th grade, and the year after that is board examination. I cannot afford to laze around because board examinations in India decide your future. I mean, that's what everyone says though. So yeah, I didn't work anything regarding my comic. I created my original characters here and there, still continue to draw, but nothing regarding comic. I would just say, oh, I'm working on a comic, I'm working on a comic. But I wasn't. I was working on mistakes. I said myself, it's fine. After I complete my undergraduation and I get a job, it's all dandy, then I can actually work on my comic, alright? So let's work on it after that. However, the opportunity to create my own comic came much sooner than I thought. It was during my undergraduation, COVID-19 had hit India and lockdowns were announced. And coincidentally, just after a month of lockdown, I had my semester breaks. Usually we do internships, but due to lockdown, the college asked us not to do internships and focus on making projects. And while working on project, my brother informed me about webtoon's short story competition. At start, I was not really willing to take part in it simply because I didn't think my art is good enough. But then my brother informed that to my friend, and then both of them together convinced me to make one. They bitched that they will have a story, they want to create a story and want me to draw for them. How could I say no to my brother and my friend together now? So I took part in it, and I'm glad I took part in it. The story we created is called No Yokan, which means love at first sight in Japanese. I have to say, it's a really good story. Although I have to say the art is not the best in hindsight, and pacing is also pretty bad. For me at that time, it was the best I could do. It was my best. I had learned so many things. I had never drawn art this detail and never drew cityscape or sun the way I did, the cloud the way I did. And more than that, all of these are minor achievement in front of what I achieved during the whole month of creation of the comic. I published 5 chapters in a single month. The mangakas of Shonen Jump upload 4 chapters in a single month. It's a weekly upload schedule for them. They upload 1 chapter a week. I was doing nearly the same. Although I will say yes, the art was not the best, but still, at that moment, while I was working on it, and the whole month or 2 after that, I remember feeling like a real manga. I was really inspired. I was like, I can do this, I can create a comic. And the comic was also loved and enjoyed by many who we shared. My friends, my family, I also liked it, they shared good comments on it. It was amazing. In my old Instagram account, which is not available to me because someone hacked it, some random person who had read a comic messaged me. It was a pretty big message. The summary of that was the comic was really great and story was good. The art, he enjoyed the art. I was like, wow, he enjoyed the art. Because that was the first time someone actually said anything about the art of the comic. Till now, everyone was talking about story and stuff, but people were still enjoying it, so I was happy. I can't stop. That's what I thought. But I still stopped myself because I had already completed my undergrad by then, and I had a job. But reality is, it's so difficult to create anything while working. You know. To this day, I say to myself, it's alright. I'll get time to create comic one day, not from today. I'm gonna work on my comic. Enough is enough. I'm not waiting anymore. From today onward, I'll start working on my comic. I will create a comic of my own characters and my own story and share it to the world. Hey everyone, welcome to Shukh.Creates. This is Shukla, a 24-year-old Indian who wants to create mangas. Thank you to all of you for listening to my story. I'm setting apart in a new journey to create my own comic, and I would like you guys to be part of it. The first phase of this journey is simple. I will create one-shot manga and upload it to Tapas and Manga Plus and see if it becomes successful in either of these platforms. I was thinking, how will I determine if the comic becomes successful or not? Well, I have two conditions for it, which the manga should satisfy in any one of the platforms. The first one is common for both platforms. 60% of the readers should hit the like button or the equivalent on the platforms. It makes sense, right? If 50% of readers do not like what you created, it may not be a good comic, and a good comic cannot be a successful one. And if you're asking why not 50%, then why go for 60%? Well, 50 is too close. I don't like it. 60 is much better. I was actually thinking of 70, but yeah, it's too much in my opinion. I don't think I get 70 for now, but 60 I should be able to get. Now let's talk about second condition. This will be very platform specific, so let me share the condition for both the platforms. So Manga Plus, if you don't know, has this monthly competition where they rank the webtoons and give prizes to whoever becomes the top one. I don't think my first comic is going to be something like, let's say, No Name or Ruthless Surrender, which will become like the top comic of the month. But if my comic could make it in the top 20 of the ranking for the month, I would really like that, and I'm making that as a second condition. So second condition for Manga Plus is my comic should make it to the top 20 ranking. Now let's talk about Tapas. Tapas doesn't have any sort of monthly competition going every month. So I've decided, after the upload of the comic, in 30 days, comic should get at least 2000 readers. That will be the condition for Tapas. So, as a conclusion, I will consider my manga to be successful if it satisfies both the conditions on any one of the platforms, which means it will satisfy the condition of 60% readers should like and the platform specific conditions on either Manga Plus or on Tapas. Any of them, good. Both of them, awesome. None of them is not successful. Sad. Now let's talk about the manga itself. The manga will be a 45-page one-shot manga in very traditional manga style, which means you will reading it like a novel book. The orientation will be horizontal, which means like a book, considered Jujutsu Kaisen. However, unlike traditional manga, it won't be black and white. It will be a colored comic because I want to make a color one. That's it. Now, at first, I was also planning to make weekly videos for the comic, but seeing how delayed this video is, I don't think I will be able to do it weekly. However, I will try to keep it weekly, but my job and the manga will take priority over it. Now, to give you context, this video was supposed to come out between 5th to 8th of February. It's 19th of February while recording this. Now, to counter that, I have created a new Instagram account where I will share posts and reels to provide you guys update on the manga. And because they'll be short and would not require as much effort compared to, let's say, a YouTube video, I should be able to do it more consistently and should be able to provide you weekly updates on that. The link on the Instagram account is in the description below. Furthermore, if you want to read my first comic, No Yokan, I will also add the link in the description below. That will be all for this video. Thank you everyone for watching. And if you want to be part of this journey and want to see how it unfolds, consider subscribing to this channel, and I will thank you in advance to whoever decides to join me on this journey. In the next video, I will talk about my action plan for the comic. Till then, be safe. See ya.